in all seriousness, congratulations to John. You've landed the big one, really.
Yeah. I mean, it's been hard keeping it from you guys, especially because for a start, you three are the only other people that are on sort of the level of understanding of what it all means. Because if I explain Big Finish to anyone else I know, it kind of just flies over the head. It's like, oh, that's nice. But yeah,
that's nice. Yeah.
Because funnily enough, it all the initial chat about it started not long after we did Hooverville. So the timing of that was quite coincidental. But then from that point, pretty much the entire time I've known you, I've had to keep stum about this. So I cannot tell you how liberating it is to just finally get it out into the open. And also, it's just been gratifying how well you've all taken it, because especially like rebounding from the last month with the Eccleston news, I was like, oh boy.
Yeah, one person's dream gets killed, and then I think that must add quite the pressure.
But yeah, it's happened, and I am so grateful for the support of all you guys, the support of all the listeners and the people that have come to see our shows, because it's folks like you and other fans that have given me the platform to do this and reach a wider audience. And then it's through that, butterfly effect that it's got to where it has. And to finally be doing it, it is literally the dream job. It really is.
Do you know what I find quite funny is that when were you, so this was the Hooverville that you joined us for the first time, wasn't it?
Yeah, which was September, I think.
Yeah. I think it was probably the mic and the atmosphere at the time, but it wasn't really that appreciated at the start. From that, you're now the War Doctor. So everyone who sat there, must be sort of kicking and go, fucking hell. So it's quite funny.
Don't get me wrong. Some people that were there have reached out since and been very, were very flattering and complimentary at the time and have been since.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is completely different ball game now. And like I said, I've had to keep it a secret and knowing what it would mean to you. And Chris, you especially, you've done a Big Finish before. You know what the stakes are and what the protocols are. So it's like it was literally a case of I can't risk saying anything because of what might happen and because of the sensitivity of it. Because it's John Hurt. And some people aren't ready, and I fully respect that. People have said that they're not ready, and that's fair enough. But ultimately, the whole point of this project is to keep the legacy and the spirit of the character alive.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So it's a huge privilege to be able to bring that round. Please just take my word for it, and the word of Nick Briggs and David Richardson and everyone else that's involved, Louise Jameson as well, who has been so lovely and so generous in that it's come from a place of love. It's come from a place of respect. We've done one. It's been an absolute blast. And
was that recorded before the lockdown?
No, we only recorded it at the end of last month, at the end of September. And they've done a partial remote, partial studio recording. So when they said we're going remote, I was like, ooh, okay. But it all just fell into place as soon as we got going. And everyone was so on the ball, so generous, so just professional, really. It was like being there. I know it's a cliche, but it all worked beautifully.
It does. From the clip, it sounds fantastic. You wouldn't have known it was. That's why I was surprised when you said it was remotely. I thought
releasing that clip was a stroke of genius by the marketing people and David Richardson, because it just sold the idea.
Yeah,
perfectly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because when the announcement came out, they were
like, what?
From what I can gather, a mixed reaction.
Yeah.
People were very supportive that it was me because they knew it was me doing it and they'd heard me do other things. But a lot of people who didn't, I see where you're coming from, but give it a chance. But then the clip dropped and it was like, sold. And I was sold on it personally because as soon as I recorded it, I was like thinking, I should have done this differently or that differently.
You do have that sort of thought of, I think I gave my worst performance possible in that time. You know, you sort of think,
especially when you're living up to someone as big as Sir John Hurt, because you want to do it justice. But hearing it come together as the release clip sold me and a lot of other people, it seems like. And I can't wait for you to all hear the full thing.
I'm looking forward to it. I had the same sort of feeling when I did it, did the audio. I generally came away from that thinking, I f***ed it up. I thought I had my chance. I f***ed it up. I wasn't a good performer in it. I didn't do very well at all. But then when you hear that mix come together, it just it just changes your whole. People think, actually, that's not bad. You know, that's
it becomes so more complete. It becomes a more complete thing, and you can't focus on word by word or line by line or scene by scene. You're doing it's a bigger picture. These are just brush strokes on a wider canvas. Yeah, you're going to feel like a bit of a prat because it's all in your imagination. You're just giving your best shot in the moment.
It's also down to the great direction as well. Because I didn't know that Louise Jameson directed this until I saw the article the other day, which I think is fantastic and amazing. But I know that I remember what Nick Briggs said when he was directing us, because he said to me before, because we got on the train together on one of the days, and he said, most directors get you to do it as many times as possible as whatnot, but he's like, you know, the director knows what they want, and the moment they hear it, they go, right, that's it. But you won't know that as a performer. You have that going, is that it? Okay, all right.
Well, and you got to remind yourself that you've been cast in a role for a reason. They're not just taking a punt on something. It's just like, oh, you're free, you'll do. There's none of that. No. And if you're missing the mark, they'll give you a note. They'll bring you back. That's what the director's job is.
Did you get many notes?
It's every now and again, yeah. But if you get no notes, just take it as read that it was good. Yeah, that's why you're there.
That's the thing that threw me at the time. And,
it's hard. It's hard, but that's it.
Yeah. But sometimes the silence is a good thing. You know. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So the 3 episodes. So are they
like the original boxes with John? It's 3 episodes per box,
about an hour each, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So they've actually just released the cover art.
Yes, I saw that
for the first one. It's really, really lovely, really clever, and a bit more traditional. But it just completely evokes what they're trying to do.
I think it's absolutely astonishing, the cover artwork, because it's what was the case for a while, and especially with Clayton Hickman's earlier stuff, and he sort of disowns them now because he sort of can do better now. Like everything, it's always a learning curve. It's also the availability of like the photos they have, because obviously they can't necessarily take new photos of Tom Baker back in 1976, you know, or you know, whoever. But what I appreciate a lot out of the cover artwork is that they, like, I think it's Ryan who did the cover for the they're doing like the Lost Stories with Tom Baker. And he did, the body is his own very authentically looking cosplay.
Yes.
Because I think that's the issue, is that because what used to be the case all the time was they had...
with like McGann, you get the same photos over and over again.
Same photos over and over again, and you sort of have to try and do something different. And you got like... I just find it absolutely phenomenal how much they can make it look like we've just found a brand new photo we've never seen before. I think it's
but they've been really clever with the artwork for this one, because it's a digital painting.
Yes.
Because of course there are no photos from Doctor Who of a young John Hurt.
No.
So they've taken one from Crime and Punishment, which John did in the 70s, I think I'm right in saying. And it's one of those that they composited into Night of the Doctor. But like you say, they're using cosplays. And you know the Out of Time cover with Tom Baker and David Tennant?
Yeah.
Tom's body and that is actually Peter Capaldi's from Series 9.
Really?
What? And they put the scarf and the cravat and the waistcoat inside and tinted the burgundy velvet brown and put Tom's head on it. So like with the hand reaching out, that's Peter Capaldi's hand.
That is incredible because
Nice.
it's all very, I just don't know how they do it. I can't even think about that. I tried to do that before for like the trout and stuff and just couldn't do it. That's why I was amazed when Simon Hodges did the other artwork, that there was poses that I've not seen before of him. Because
it's taking arms and body parts from all sorts of things and compositing things from completely different eras and making it work. And they're lovely pieces of art. I think it would be lovely if you could get like prints of them sometimes, I think, because they're just lovely, really well put together pieces.
Yeah.
I can't praise them enough.
No, I think I speak for all of us here that we're all, really, really, really proud of you. A part of us was like, you bad. We understood why you'd keep that from us. So Big Finish. He's a good egg here. he wouldn't even tell his best mates. I don't know what the future holds in general, but it gives, I think, this casting, especially, it started with Tim Treloar.
With other Rangers as well, not just Doctor Who. They've had such a good track record with recasting, other series and characters that, they had the confidence and the audience would want it and would enjoy it. When it comes out, I think maybe some more people will be convinced. Some people will be against it in principle forever, and there's nothing you can do about that.
No.
But in terms of the wider scheme of things, with folks like myself, yourselves, I think that second wave of like fan talent, for need of a better phrase, the balance in terms of the talent coming first is taking over, because Big Finish was founded by fans. Now, this could be the start of something good, and I really hope that my success spreads to, without sounding big-headed, spreads to you guys, opens up new audiences and opportunities, and other fans that have supported me in return. I want to give back to that, because I owe you all a lot. I really do.
You owe us. I don't think you necessarily do, due to the fact that if anyone should have the job, it'd be you. And I'm definitely extremely proud of you. And but at this precise moment, the only thing that we should all be proud of, and we are, is that you have made a huge break, and absolutely incredible. And I want to thank Big Finish for giving you the platform to basically continue the Legends legacy.
Definitely. If anyone deserves it, mate, it's definitely you more than anyone.
It's all gonna be the convention circuits, isn't it? Once things open up again.
If they open up, I mean, of all the times.
I know.
That ship has sailed.
Imagine that. You get your dream job, you're working remotely, you can't go to conventions, you can't meet people. It's like you've been given
Maybe it's for the best, baby steps. Don't get too ahead of yourself. You're not jetting off to America just yet. You're not headlining Galley, mate. Get off your high horse.
Imagine if they did a sign, they go, right, you're going to be for Galley, but it's going to be by Zoom,
Yeah, the closest I'm going to get is doing signings at Terminal 1 at Manchester Airport as people are going out to Galley.
Oh.
Even then, people are going to be like, who are you? Do the voice. Just do the voice. Yeah, very good.
Nah, I'm happy for you, mate. It's fucking awesome.
So, anyway, there was a question that was asked earlier, which was... My question is for Jonathon Carley. What Doctor do you want to be in a multi-Doctor story with the most?
10 and 11 has been done. It's got to be either 8, 9 or 12, I think. But, I mean, 12 because I would absolutely love to work with Peter Capaldi. I mean, I'd absolutely love to work with Christopher Eccleston or Paul McGann. But, yeah, it would have to be 12 because a Doctor either side, it's not going to work in storytelling terms. So I'm going to say 12. I'm going to stick with that.
I think we'll wrap that up there, but thank you very much, John, for coming along.
Yeah, and thank you very much for at last giving me the chance to speak after a whole episode.
Yeah, I did. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for listening. This has been a great celebratory day. It's now 2 minutes past 11. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. Happy Halloween, folks.
We'll see you next time. I'm not going anywhere. Just a reminder, I'm staying put.